G'day, Garth Callender here from Trebuchet Pivot. Thought it was about the right time just to release a quick video and give you some of the insights and observations and some of the tools that we've developed over the last couple of weeks supporting boards, executive teams, crisis management teams as they get their head around what they need to be doing to support their people and their organisation over the next few months in this dynamic and ever-changing environment of the spread of the COVID-19 virus. So firstly, I'll apologise. I'm working from home like a lot of you, so there may be some squealing children in the background, the reality of working from home. Right, what have we been doing? So to start off with, we've been helping organisations sort of forecast what the environment might be looking like into the future. And we've done that through drilling into a couple of scenarios. So the first scenario, and these are broad sort of national scenarios, so scenario one is, say, 40% of the population is infected with the coronavirus over a 6 to 9 month period. The second scenario is 70% national infection rate, but a much more rapid spread over a 4 to 6 month period. Now, you could argue all day about those scenarios and how relevant they are. That's fine. We just need a baseline to work off, and we feel that from the research we've done, it's likely that the spread will fall something within those two scenarios. So it gives us something to work off, and we've examined those two scenarios in detail, specifically against 8 key risk areas. So health and safety, what we think this is going to mean to the health and safety of our people; compliance, what we predict is going to happen and change in regards to legislation and policy and how that affects our organisation; market competition. This is a really interesting one because no longer it's just, well, how do we continue to grow? It's more like getting into that ethical piece around, okay, so what happens if our competition can't support, if they're hit with a large group of their workforce comes down with the virus, or if they're in isolation, how do we then pick up the slack and continue to support customers, clients in our market sector? Finance and economy, always on the forefront of everyone's mind. What do we think this is going to mean for our revenue, etc., etc.? I'm sure this is what you're all thinking about. Social, what are some of the social implications which are going to fall out of this, and how do they affect us and our organisation? Human resources, and again, painfully right now, this is so closely linked to finances. What we think that's going to mean for our workforce, the numbers, is it going to mean redundancies at some stage? What we think we're going to have in regards to people that we're laying off, how do we maintain the workforce? Is there going to be other opportunities that present for us to continue to employ our people? Operations and processes, how's this going to affect the way we just run our business? And reputation. So what might be the things which come out of this which are going to adversely affect us, or where do we have the opportunity to step up into a leadership role for our industry sector, or even more broadly? So we found that to be really beneficial for organisations, and it's done. So I guess once they've got their head around that, we then go and examine the strategic objectives of the organisation. So those really high. So now that they have an understanding about what they're facing over the next few months, get an understanding of what are they, or drill into and define what are the operational and strategic objectives of the organisation. So really high level, what do we need to achieve to get out of this, to survive until it's over? So it might be, well, we want to support our people, we want to ensure that we can continue to look after our clients, whatever it is. And 3 to 5 is usually about the right number for strategic objectives. And then out of that piece comes some more of those short-term action plans. So what do we need to put in place now to ensure that we can achieve those strategic objectives? So I've seen some great ones here. We need to go and develop, from a finance sense, some financial models. So we need to understand the key impactors, the time frames. So the executive and the board know when they need to make some of those tough decisions. Development of the action will inevitably be stakeholder comms. So when do we, what do we say? Who do we say it to? Seen some great ones around developing contingency plans and out of scope concepts for the workforce. So let's come up with some plans about how we can employ our workforce in non-traditional ways. And then, might be an action to go and explore additional funding lines. Where could we draw money from, which might give us a bit more of a buffer. So, like I said, that's been really helpful for our clients, I think. I hope some of those concepts are helpful to you. Please take them, call them your own, use them however you see fit. Honestly, we're pretty much operating for the next few weeks in a pro bono basis. So if we can assist in any way whatsoever, please reach out. We'd be delighted to assist. Now is the time for us to use our expertise to protect Australian organisations the best we can. So we are here to help. Get in touch with us, information@trebuchetpivot.com or check our website. Thanks very much.